Several times over the next month, the girl came back in, and every time she did, she was wearing something yellow. She hadn't been joking about it being her trademark. Her other trademark seemed to be the plethora of little smiley faces that marked both her clothes and belongings. Her jeans would have them on the pockets, around the hems, randomly in the middle of her knee or thigh. They also decorated her backpack, her purse, even the covers of her notebooks. Not surprisingly, Beta soon started thinking of her as the smiley face girl. It helped that the girl often had a smile on her face to match, and Beta started looking forward to her being one of the nice regulars around the cafe. It was about 5 weeks after Smiley Face Girl had made her first appearance that the next odd interaction occurred, and this time Beta did remember it. A large college group had come in, and each of them wanted the current month's special, one of 3 different jewel-colored juice drinks. Beta wasn't quite sure what it was with the owner and her obsession with triple colors, but she supposed it did make for eye-catching posters. Smiley Face Girl had come in right behind the group and also ordered one, a vibrant jade green tea mixture. Since there were multiples of each flavored concoction, Beta made them in batches, starting with the green. Once she had placed all of those on the counter, she began working on the acai red ones. The students began passing out the drinks amongst themselves. When Beta finished the red ones and brought them to the counter, she saw that Smiley Face Girl hadn't yet realized that one of those green drinks had been hers. The cup was still sitting there, and the girl stood patiently at the back of the group. "Oh, yours is ready too," Beta called, catching her eye and gesturing. She placed the red ones next to it and turned to start on the final batch, the passion fruit yellows. As she began pouring and mixing, she happened to look up right as Smiley Face Girl reached the counter. The girl's brow was furrowed as she looked from one cup to another. After a moment, Beta heard her ask hesitantly, "Sorry to bother you, but which one of these did you say was mine?" Beta glanced up in surprise. Her gaze flicked to the drinks. Surely there was no mistaking the brilliant red from the vibrant green. "You had the jade juicer, right? It's the one on the end," she said, nodding her head. Smiley Face Girl reached and touched a red berry bliss right as the student next to her grabbed for the same cup. The drink wobbled and toppled backward. Though the lid held, it still sent a spray of liquid through the hole at the top, splashing the student with a line of color across her torso. "Ah!" the girl cried, jumping back. She grabbed some napkins and began to dab frantically at her shirt. "Geez, are you blind?" she yelled at Smiley Face Girl. "She said yours was the green! Now you've ruined my top!" Beta rushed over, grabbing a cloth and dampening it. Hey, it'll be okay. Try this." The student took it, but still glared furiously at the other girl, who was very much not matching her usual Smiley nickname. Her eyes were moist, and she was biting the inside of her cheek, but she also looked somehow frustrated. Not just at the accident, which would be understandable, but more like she was mad purely at herself. "I'm sorry," she murmured. She lingered for a moment as if wanting to say more, but then turned and headed to a table in the far corner, leaving her drink still on the counter. Beta helped the student clean her shirt as best as could be done, thankful that there was no more shouting. Then she finished the last batch of drinks. When the college group had finally gone, she picked up the jade juicer, heading to where Smiley Face Girl still sat slumped over the table. As she approached, she saw that the girl had taken a notebook out of her bag and was slowly tracing over an unmarked corner of the cover with her finger. Under her touch, yellow lines began to appear, gradually thickening. Beta stared in amazement. It was a smiley face, just like the ones on her jeans and bag. "How did you do that?" Beta blurted. The girl jolted and her head shot up. She paused, then did the self-deprecating, humorless smile again. "It's my thing. My superpower."